know that you're interested in joining Survive at disastersurvivalnetwork.com. Now, if you're interested in joining us on one of our live Google Hangouts, just go to disastersurvivalnetwork.com, and on the upper right hand of our website you will see a Google icon button, and that's our Google page, and we keep that updated with the latest Google Hangouts times, and check us out. So this episode we're going to talk about the latest issue of Disaster Survival Magazine. Issue number 3 is now out on newsstands on Maxter, and it's one of the highest grossing magazines on Maxter. There's a lot going on in the new issue. It's a really cool looking issue. On the cover we have the artwork of Vitaly S. Alexis from Romantically Apocalyptic. He is a Toronto illustrator born in Siberia, Russia, and he does post-apocalyptic artwork, and it's some really fantastic stuff. His website is rom.ac, or his other website is romanticallyapocalyptic.com. Now, he does a web series of different dark humor, post-apocalyptic comedy webisodes. Each week he uploads a new webisode, and he also has a few graphic novels that you can buy, and it's really great stuff. It's really funny, and it's really great artwork if you like post-apocalyptic art and humor. He's traveled the world collecting terabytes of photographs of broken down buildings or cities like Chernobyl, and then he turns into illustration with characters, and it's really great stuff. He is on the cover, and we feature him in an article called Art at the End of the World, and he is going to be having a web comic episode in every one of our issues, and we really look forward to that. So check that out in Disaster Survival Magazine issue 3 with artwork on the cover by Vitaly S. Alexis. Now, if you look at the cover of the latest issue, it's kind of like glowing green, and that's to portray and to bring attention to the seriousness of the issue of the radiation from Fukushima. We have a featured article, special report called Fukushima Lies. Is Fukushima the worst disaster in history? And the answer is yes. The Pacific Ocean is dying, and we're not being told the true story about it. The radiation levels are rising on the West Coast. We have been getting increased readings from seafood, from shrimp to salmon. People have been doing their own Geiger counter readings. Some snow in St. Louis had some higher readings. So what we did was we sent a radiation detector to our West Coast reporters, and they're going to be taking live readings from the beaches. So that will probably be next week. We'll start doing some of those live reports on our YouTube channel. And also, in this issue, we are giving away a free radiation detector from Soaks USA. It's a great radiation detector, and you can win that. If you read the magazine, you can find out how to win it. I've used it. It's a great radiation detector. I checked my house for background radiation. It was all normal, thank God, and I checked some seafood in my freezer, and everything was A-OK. But that's not to say other parts of the country are doing as well. So we'll be doing live reports, and read the article Fukushima Lies. Other featured articles on the cover are After America, Post-Collapse Skills. It talks about what are some of the good skills to have that are going to be in high demand if there ever was a collapse. And if you have extra time on your hands, think about maybe going back to college, pick up another trade or skill. It couldn't hurt. Also, we have 5 shit-hit the fan scenarios to prep for. Cybersecurity, that's been in the news a lot lately with the NSA and the credit cards being stolen, identity theft from some of the major retailers. So check that out for some extra tips on how to secure your identity and keep your privacy online. We also do a review of Conflicted, the survival card game. I know a lot of you have heard about that. If you haven't had a chance to play, you should definitely order it. You can order it at our website. And the new deck just came out, so that should be interesting. And we also have Mark of the Beast 666. When the time comes, will you accept it? It talks about a lot of the new emerging technologies that may be the Mark of the Beast that they talk about in the Bible. So, which one is the precursor to it? I've spoken to a lot of Christians, and this is their line in the sand. If it is ever imposed on them where they have to take a chip or a microchip tattoo, they said this is when they will fight. So it'll be interesting to see if they try to force this on people, what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to go over too well. We have a new sponsor, gunconfiscation.com. And if you're interested in the latest news on gun confiscation and laws in your area or the state that you live in, visit their website. They got a lot of good news and articles, and that's gunconfiscation.com. Okay, so back to the magazine. I'm going to read a letter that I have at the beginning of the magazine. Disaster Survival Magazine is not just a magazine. It is an entire network devoted to organizing and connecting members of the survival and prepping community. We encourage you to join our network and participate in the preparedness movement by becoming a contributor and submitting articles for publication. The Disaster Survival Network is a group of like-minded individuals from all walks of life who are actively preparing for emergencies and disasters. We are one of the fastest-growing survival communities, both online and off. We seek to find other members who want to trade knowledge and skills with each other and put our newfound skills to the test together at survival summits, hunting, and camping retreats. Join the network today and start your own survival network in your community. We have the tools and apps needed to help you get started and grow your own network. Join our social network and download our mobile app. Join us on Google Plus and be part of our weekly radio show recorded live on Google Hangouts. Download the Voxer walkie-talkie app and communicate with members of the network with the touch of a button. Think of us as citizens' versions of FEMA. Our motto is continuity of community. What we can't do alone, we can do together. We have a new section in the magazine called On the Radar, where we post articles that we feel are significant to the prepping and survivalist community. In this issue, we have the TR3Bs are real. Those are the black flying triangles that we've all seen over the years since the early 90s. There's a YouTube video out there that's a real video, and it shows 3 of them training in a flight op, a training op, and they're definitely governmental craft. They're not alien. And I saw one of these driving home. I was on 390. 2 other people were in the car. I almost got into a car accident. And it was so bright, and it was just hovering. These are said to be nuclear powered and some type of special anti-gravitic propulsion system. So if you read the magazine, you can click on the link, and it will take you to that video. We have nuisance abatement teams. Government SWAT teams are targeting so-called rugged individuals who grow their own food and produce their own electricity. They are unfairly targeting preppers living off-grid, destroying and finding people who have their own gardens or their own property for producing their own electricity. The government wants people to be reliant on them. They do not want self-reliant individuals. These are the new terrorists. Self-reliant people and off-gridders are considered the new Al-Qaeda. Sad day in our country, indeed. The government is equipping local police departments and SWAT teams with armored vehicles left over from Iraq and forming these nuisance abatement teams, and they are raiding people for just doing ordinary, average things, being Americans. So, how far can Americans be pushed? Well, this spring, a former Army general is organizing Operation American Spring, where they plan to bring 10 to 20 million people into the nation's capital for a rally to overthrow Obama with the help of militias. They will have a gigantic, massive rally on May 16th of this year. What a scene that's going to be, huh?
Greetings, fellow freedom fighters, and to all other citizens of America. This is a calling to all patriots abroad. As we step forward into this new year, we cannot help but to look back to this past year of 2013. As we know something must change. Something must change soon. Or looking ahead into the future promises to be a very difficult and heart-aching journey awaiting us all. This is a calling to all patriots who wish to be a part of this necessary change, to rise with us on May 16, 2014 and let Operation American Spring 2014 begin, paving the way for the restoration of a constitutional government and a fair rule of law. We will stand together and in the end, reclaim our freedom, our liberty, of the people, for the people, by the people. From the despotic and tyrannical federal leadership our nation is currently being crushed beneath. Let it be known that government in itself is not the intended target. Governmental statutes of righteous sorts are a necessary component in allowing America to grow stable once more. The intended target for Operation American Spring 2014 is the corrupt and criminal leadership who are currently in power, which must be removed, and who must be held legally responsible for the numerous laws broken and discretions which have been plaguing men, women, and children across our nation and across the globe. No doubt, those who currently have power will react hastily and will not hesitate to order the use of forceful measures against the unarmed and non-violent assembly of true patriots who hold firm a steadfast loyalty to the U.S. Constitution, as an attempt to step us out. We Anonymous expect their interference. We Anonymous are not naive. There is no hope given today's technical abilities as also the known lack of respect for the privacy in today's world for even an attempt of secrecy to be made in any of this. We Anonymous do not want Operation American Spring 2014 to be kept secret. This is because, despite the expected brutality administered by those who rather should be protecting us, like a spreading grass fire, we Anonymous expect our numbers to continuously grow as we stand in unified strength, to bring down the existing leadership who will continue to further demolish our rights and our freedoms if not stopped. Operation American Spring 2014 is not just another march. Operation American Spring 2014 is not a time for anyone to act out or behave childish. Operation American Spring 2014 is to be a relentless demonstration of pure solidarity as we push forward to end the tyranny, lawlessness, and shredding of the U.S. Constitution, which have been all taking place for far too long. This is a calling for all patriots. Operation American Spring 2014 will not be fully smooth sailing. There is no set end date for this mission aimed to bring down the corruption lining the political offices and the banking systems within, which presents many horrifying risks. We all will hold the risk of being beaten or wounded. We all will hold the risk of being arrested and imprisoned. We all will hold the risk of fatality. Although, despite these risks as consequence for our own calling to stand, we must. How many of our national patriot leaders will step forward and declare boldly, "Send me, I am not afraid"? There are already millions of veterans and patriots alike who know that they need to be a part of the change. We Anonymous are calling for the full multitude of patriots who are willing to bravely join us in Washington, D.C. on May 16, 2014. This also is a calling for all true patriots who work as uniformed police, or who currently serve in the armed forces, as also all veterans who have not forgotten their oaths to protect and serve our nation rightfully, to stand with us as well. We Anonymous stand with you, if you stand with us. Please note that we Anonymous feel that it is not too late for us to achieve productive change by the means of non-violent actions. Do not forget that. We must all be unarmed. Please share this video, and do whatever you feel you need to do to spread the word. We've only a short time ahead of us before May 16th, and we all have much work to do. Invite and bring everybody to Operation American Spring 2014 inches who believes in saving our Constitution, and those who believe in the need of the American people to save liberty, freedom, for we are the people, and we stand united.